Hello, this is Jonathan of Sabacc For Charity, and today we're going to be discussing adaptation of the Disney Ruleset, in particular Corellian Spike. Our main goal here is for community. We all want the same thing. We all want to be consistent throughout all the tournaments, all the individual games. And in order to do that, we're going to be adapting closer to what the Disney version is, which is the official Outer Rim Sabacc League rule set. Now, if you played with us before, you might have noticed that we play maybe a little bit different from the Disney rule set. For example, instead of the highest card winning, we play it closer to the 0, which we consider that to be the whole objective of Corellian Spike. However, that is not the Disney rule set, so we will accommodate to the House of Mouse. The big thing that has always split the community has always been the hand rankings. Some of you have seen the 17 list, the 11 list. There's different variations of how the hands are ranked. And in most cases, the hand rankings have been based on what would be logically harder to get. However, this is not the Disney way. This is not even the poker way. Just because a hand is harder to get doesn't mean it ranks higher in the hierarchy. The best example of this is pure Sabacc. You're more likely to get a pure Sabacc than a G Wiz, Bantha's Wild, Straight Chiron. The list goes on. There are harder hands to get, and yet pure Sabacc sits at the very top. Another example of this is a pair, where a pair is actually statistically harder to get than 3 random cards. However, again, this is not the Disney rule. A pair beats any random cards. Random cards are not ranked. Another way you can get a pair is a -3, -3, and a +6. That also counts as a pair. It's even possible to get 2 pairs with 5 cards. For example, +3, +3, +5, -5, and a -6, which even though you have 5 cards, it also counts as 2 pairs. Another aspect that Sabacc For Charity has adopted are the suit rankings. Now, Disney does not acknowledge any suits being higher than the other. There is no suit ranking. There's only blind draw. Blind draws for Disney are the ultimate tiebreakers. The reason we don't do blind draw is because we allow the players to have more of an opportunity to strategic planning of their hands. Once you introduce the blind draw, that throws every sort of strategy that any player has had throughout those 3 rounds. If a player strategically swaps certain cards just to get a higher suit, at the end of those 3 rounds, that could mean the win. As opposed to a blind draw, you just draw a random card and whoever has the lowest wins. And that's not cool. So Sabacc For Charity and Outer Rim Sabacc League are heavily coordinating to make sure that the community is all in one, that everyone's on the same page, that everyone's on board, that everyone's playing the tournaments all the same way. The option to play with the suit rankings or the blind draw are optional for you. All this information can be found on the Outer Rim Sabacc League page, hyperspaceprops.com and sabacforcharity.com. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Until then, hope to see you at the tables. Happy gaming.